All right, now it's time to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And Olamide, as well as Nelson, are standing by to bring us up to speed. Good morning, guys. How is it going this morning?
Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, Ibrahim. It's going absolutely wonderful this morning, I would say.
Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, Ibrahim. You both are looking very good on set today.
So are you guys. All right, take it over now.
All right, let's begin very quickly with the Nation newspaper. This one, we have quite a number of national dailies to cover, and so we'll make it very fast. On the Nation newspaper, there's an issue of political parties, the PDP to be precise. Wike and Bala Mohammed clash over protracted PDP crisis. The Bauchi governor, FCT minister, should quit party as governor's forum chair. Full of hypocrisy. Well, that's quite a number of issues bumped together right there on the Nation header. But there's also something about security beefed up in Lagos Assembly. Earlier, we were talking about what is going on in the Lagos Assembly. But this is some of the issues we can take on the Nation newspaper this morning.
Right, and that's also the same on Nigerian News Direct. This party crisis, PDP leadership crisis, division's legal hurdles threaten February NEC meeting. The party is risking further fragmentation, decline in electoral prospects. And on the right side of the newspaper, Serap files suit to stop telcos from implementing 50% telecom tariff hike. Enugu tank explosion death toll rises to 18 as Tinubu Kalu orders mourn victims. That's a very sad one there. Let's see what the next newspaper has to say, Nelson.
And that would be This Nigeria as we move over to another conversation on the local government autonomy. It says here, local government autonomy, Argon rejects 23% allocation to LGAs. Expect direct fund from January. 6 constitutional amendments to joint allocation committee. Well, we'll wait to see exactly what that really means. And something a little bit on food here. Price of tomatoes crashes amid glut post-harvest losses. This is a little bit sad, but we've talked about what we need to do to preserve our food. But that'll be it for This Nigeria.
And to the leadership newspaper this morning, still on autonomy for fair judgment, lawyers demand independence of Nigerian judiciary. They cry political interference in cases, seek transparent process for appointment of judges. And there's something here on security. 22 soldiers, 70 terrorists killed in Borno attack. Divorcing Melinda, my biggest regrets. That's another interesting one there, Nelson. That's according to Bill Gates. And back here in Nigeria, Wike affirms Tinubu's commitment to development. But that's it on the leadership newspaper.
And we'll take it quickly to the Abuja Inquirer. Again, Abuja natives demand state structure for the FCT. Kick against powerful minister status. I understand what they're talking about. Okay, this is as court stops 2 firms from developing Abuja land. That's on the Abuja Inquirer.
And to the Platform Times, a particular group is asking, saying why Tinubu must honor Awolowo with state capital, Remo indigents and diaspora. They're recommending Ijebu-Remo split of local government areas orders. And World Leprosy Day, we have been neglected by Abiodun government. Ogun lepers cry out. That's another story there. Then there is attention in Ekiti as Islamic Council kicks against Monarch's order to dissolve Sharia arbitration panel. Yahoo boys have become more evil. They carry guns, not just iPhones and laptops. That's according to the EFCC.
Well, we'll run now quickly to the West newspaper with a very simple header there. Obasa's removal, tight security at Lagos Assembly. Well, wonderful. Police restrict access, demands ID for entry. GAC, Obasa set to meet Tinubu again over assembly dispute. Well, hopefully it will be resolved amicably and all parties would be happy after the meeting. Olamide, that's it for the West newspaper.
That's another story that has gathered a lot of, reactions, especially over the weekend when you see, his last statement on the House. Well, the first news is reporting something different, and that's on security. Major blow to terrorists. Troops kill 70 in Borno, 22 soldiers fall. That's a win for the Nigerian military. Obasanjo fires back. Ifa is not nothing, defends African culture. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work, not to be president. That's according to Peter Obi. Owaneze Indigbo commends Enugu governor for ending the Monday sit-at-home order. Well, that's the major story we have on the first news.
And we would run quickly to the blueprint. The blueprint here comes with a header that says, Northern Coalition lords feats as troops kill 70 terrorists in the northeast. And something very simple, it says, but we lost 22 soldiers. That is according to the DHQ, the defense headquarters. Gunmen storm Kano community, abduct young lady and extort 8 million naira. Something we still need to work on to fix our security. That will be it for the blueprint.
Well, another win for vocational education on the salient times as the federal government adds hairstyling, plumbing, GSM repair and others to basic education curriculum. That's on the top of the newspaper there. And on the bottom strip, Obasanjo celebrate drama at 50 canvases for preservation of African culture. We know the former president always, doing that. And on the Niger explosion, death toll rises to 25, several bodies recovered. Anambra Security Agency allegedly uncovers 30 graves, shrine in Hotel Nelson.
Oh, wow.
That's another story there. And a man allegedly cuts off his wife's hand in Enugu State. There's a lot going on in Enugu.
I wish we had the time, we would have stayed on that. But let's quickly, to the Daily Trust newspaper, again, still on security. Boko Haram kills 22 soldiers, many CJTF. We neutralized over 70 terrorists. This is again how 20 perished in Enugu tanker fire. Another story right here now in the southeast. Why Sharia panels are generating controversy in the southwest. That'll be it for the Daily Trust newspaper.
Now let's move to papers reporting on economy this morning, and starting with that will be the New Telegraph. Nigeria's mounting debt profile hampering economic stability, lawyers are saying, and federal government revenue collection cost rises by 77.6% to 989.31 billion naira. Cash dominance posing challenges to monetary policy. But that's it on the New Telegraph newspaper.
And again, still on economy, the Daily Independent is up next with a very simple header. Federal government must prioritize inflation, weak purchasing power. This is according to the Nigeria Economic Summit Group. Provides roadmap for achieving macroeconomic stability. I love stability. So if we can have some stability in our economy, that would be really great. And a bit down on the paper, 16 years after second Abuja airport runway remains contentious. What exactly is causing this? You want to read the paper. That'll be it for the Daily Independent. Olamide.
And still talking cost, going to the Punch newspaper. Marketers may dump Dangote field as imported petrol cost 922 naira per litre. Imported PMS London cost now cheaper than Dangote's price as dealers import 76.84 million litres in 2 days. That's a future story there. And India shows military might at Republic Day parade. Aregbeshola's group quits APC, cite members' expulsion and suspension. That's it on the Punch newspaper.
And the national economy is next. Still on economy, telcos raise concerns over multiple taxation, security and others. Tariff increase insufficient to tackle industry challenges. Focus on quality delivery, consumers tell operators. And hike must deliver service improvements. That is according to the FCCPC. Well, that's all I can take from the national economy.
Very quickly to Nigerian Tribune as Opro trails Contractors allege demand for 532 billion naira. That's for the second Abuja runway project. Stakeholders asked the National Assembly to unravel faces behind astronomical increase from 90 billion naira to 532 billion naira. That's it. That's a major story, actually, on Nigeria Tribune.
And on the Business AM, Nigerian oil companies capitalize on major onshore opportunities as foreign giants exit. Yeah, you know, some good news right there. Analysts predict improved forex earnings, reserves, jobs to be created. That's it on the Business AM.
Let's look at the Hope newspaper. The federal government panel sits at Fueye VC battles sexual harassment accusation. Nans accuses the VC Fashino of forced romance with married female deputy director, threatens shutdown. It's a blatant lie full of false narratives, the VC's lawyers reply. That's what we can take on the Hope newspaper. And
Olamide, the Nature falls to me while the Sporting would come to you today. On the Nature newspaper, Shatima, that's the vice president, seeks WEF, World Economic Forum Partnership for Recharging Lake Chad. I knew the vice president was going to do quite a lot at the WEF this year. And so we're saying that the FG to open 10,000 hectare farms for IDPs nationwide, as Enugu to establish 340 greenhouse farms in LGAs. Well, I mean, I wish there was time we would go on and on and on. But what is the Sporting Life saying today?
Well, I believe the major story here says AC Milan 3-2 Parma. Chukwueze returns with a bang, scores late winner, makes assist. It was Nigeria's 4th goal of the season. Nwabali returns after losing mom. That's the major story in Sporting Life.
Well, maybe we're going to return with a bang to Veronica and Ibrahim this morning. Let me ask you, Vero, I missed the one, the husband cut the wife's hands, right? Which one of the stories stood out for you all up there?
Well, that's a really sad story. There's been an increasing rate of attacks, of femicide, as some will call it, and domestic violence. A lot more awareness needs to be done, and educating not just the men, but women as well, both sides. We all need to understand what it is when we are getting into marriage.